Welcome to this Neural Flow Quick Tips video. Today I'm going to show you how to install prompt files and custom chat modes into GitHub Copilot in Visual Studio Code using the GitHub Copilot Chat. If you're not familiar with prompt files or custom chat modes, prompt files allow you to define reusable snippets or tasks that Copilot can run inside the Copilot chat, whereas custom chat modes allows you to completely change the behavior of the agent and how it interacts with your code, the tasks it can perform, its behaviors, and its grounding. We won't go into these in too much detail. Needless to say, they are amazing features that you really should learn to use. And I have done a previous video on that, so I recommend jumping in and having a look at that if you can. So of course, we can go ahead and create prompt files or custom chat modes for our particular scenario, use case, or repository. But sometimes we just want to get started really quickly and we want to use a chat mode or a prompt file that someone else has created. Well, helpfully, the team over at GitHub has created a fantastic repository of community-sourced Copilot instructions, prompt files, and chat modes, which we can go and download and install into our Visual Studio Code or Visual Studio Code Insiders Edition really quickly and easily using these install buttons right here. So we can search through this repository. Perhaps we're doing C# development. We might want to install the custom instructions for C# development. Perhaps we're working on creating specifications for a new feature. We might use a reusable prompt to create specifications. And of course, we can click these buttons to install them. But that really gets out of our flow. So I'm going to show you how you can use a custom prompt that is available in this repository to find and install custom chat modes and prompt files right from within GitHub Copilot Chat. So to do this, first head over to github.com/github/awesome-copilot. That will take you to this page. Then you want to find on this page, suggest awesome GitHub Copilot chat modes. Now this will find two reusable prompts that you can install into Visual Studio Code GitHub Copilot. One finds chat modes, and that's the suggest awesome GitHub Copilot chat modes, and the other one finds prompts. Once you've installed them, these two prompt files can be used to find new chat modes and new prompt files from this page. But it finds them based on the content of your repository and makes recommendations about what might be useful for that particular repository or your particular scenario. So let's go ahead and install these. So to install them, all we have to do is click on either the Install VS Code button or the Install VS Code Insiders button. I'm using VS Code Insiders, but you choose whatever you're using and most comfortable with. So I'll click the Install on VS Code Insiders. It's going to ask to confirm that I'm allowed to open that link. I'll click Open, and it opens up this second confirmation saying I'm about to install this prompt. So I'm going to say yes, I'm happy to install that. It's going to ask me, do I put it in the prompts folder in my repository, which means it'll only be available in this repository, or my user data folder. In my case, I want it my user data folder because I want to use this prompt across all repositories that I work on. So I'll click that, and it's going to ask me for a file name. It'll use the default file name that is in the Awesome Copilot repository. Click Enter, and it opens the prompt for me just to show me what it's installed. And I can go through and check that I understand and am comfortable with what this prompt is doing. As you can see, it's got access to a number of tools, including my code base, so that it can review and understand what's in my code base to make the right recommendation for what chat modes or prompt files might be relevant to me. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to show you how to quickly use it. So if I now open my Copilot window, I can now type / and I have a suggest awesome GitHub Copilot chat modes. Now I can just select that, press enter, and what's going to happen is it's going to follow the instructions in that prompt. And in that prompt, it is said, look through all the files in this repository and decide what's in it. Is it a TypeScript React application? Is it a back-end C# application? In this case, it's C# application. And we can actually see it's suggested a whole lot of chat modes for us. So it's suggested the planner, the C#, .NET Janitor. It suggested the specification chat mode, implementation plan, and also the product requirements document plan. So I might say, you know what, I really want the C# one here. So I'm going to say install the C#.NET Janitor. Of course, it's going to go and download that particular file and put it in the chat modes folder in our repository. Now, this does not install it into our user workspace like the other one did. It installs it into the repository, and that's right, because we only want this in our repository. We only want this particular chat mode to apply to this workspace. So as you can see, it's downloaded. I will say confirm to keep that, and now I've got a janitor chat mode available in here where I can say what janitorial tasks can you recommend on this application? And of course that janitor will go off and make some recommendations based on my C#.NET application. So we'll leave that and we'll stop that, and we'll head back over to over here, and we're going to install the Suggest Awesome GitHub Copilot prompts. So I'm going to once again click the button to install Visual Studio Code. It's going to click request me open. It's going to make me confirm this. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to select the user data folder and give it this name. And now I've got, if I push, I'm going to switch back to agent mode. If I / I can now suggest Awesome GitHub Copilot prompts. So I can say unit test for unit testing. Now this is me giving that prompt a little bit of guidance. I'm looking for specific prompts that might help me with unit testing. So as you can see, it has now suggested the C# MS test prompt, C# X unit prompt, and the C# N unit prompt. All of these specifically targeted at helping me write tests of the type I might want. So I'm going to say, go ahead and give me the MS test prompt. Now, this is, of course, an agent. It's going to figure out that when I say the MS test prompt, I don't have to give it the full name, a specific name. It's going to figure out that I mean the C# one. So as you can see, it's installed the C# MS test prompt. I, of course, can go ahead and review that prompt as I should to understand what exactly it does, how it works. I might even customize it should I choose to. Click keep to keep that, and now I've got these two I've got a custom chat mode and a custom prompt in my repository, and I can click, I can now say C# MS test, create unit tests for this app. And of course it will go ahead and start working through and creating the unit tests for this application based on these specific MS test patterns. So that's how easy it is to use the fantastic Suggest Awesome GitHub Copilot chat modes and prompts to stay within your flow, to get the right prompt files and the right chat modes just for your particular scenario. Hope that was useful. Let us know in the comments. Thank you.